Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, and thanks for joining us on this fine Thursday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Now, improving NBA officiating has gone high-tech. Today, the NBA uses the proprietary game review system, which is broken down from double-digit camera angles. Analysts spend a day or two dissecting each game. And Kevin, that data is used for evaluating, training, and communication with the teams.
Isn't that something? I mean, every day there's something new. Fascinating stuff, DA. Thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Their forwards, it's Hart and Grant. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, home in the paint. And for New York, the forward spots will be Barrett and Randall. Reddish out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Hartenstein in at the center. And Greg, we're still very early in the season. What are these teams right now doing to maintain success through the year?
Well, this is the time for coaches to experiment with lineup combinations. And for the players, it's important they learn each other's tendencies and try and work on building chemistry.
Hart, wide open, he fires. Off target with his 3. Here's New York. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Yeah, they matched up very evenly, and that's not a compliment to either side. Last season was a struggle for both squads, and now they're each looking to turn the corner.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
And Simons wide open. He'll fire. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Brunson. Coming off a solid outing against Denver. Count it.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
On average, 4 to 6 coaching changes happen after every regular season. And in 2021, the Trailblazers parted ways with their coach after 9 seasons. And Chauncey Billups was brought in as their new leader.
Working his way for a high percentage look. That's just smart basketball.
Man, that's a painted possession right there, a masterpiece, especially when the defense is not a factor.
Now here's Brunson. He's given them a healthy dose of offense each and every night with an average of 20 points a game.
He's such a versatile player as a combo guard, and with that great size, it can allow him to set up teammates.
Well, we know, Brent, the Blazers front office really seems to like Coach Chauncey Billups. They feel he brings a certain toughness to that team.
Yeah, the accountability part is what they lean on with Chauncey, and obviously a great connection in the point guard mentality between Chauncey and Damian Lillard. But immediately a lot of respect given to him because of how he carried himself in his career. So it's been a welcome change for the organization, and we'll see if they can build upon last year.
For Portland, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Lillard finds Simons. Lets the 3 fly. Lillard misses. The Knicks leading by 4. Randall surveying the D. Passes it to Brunson. 1:11 left in the first quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's his first trip to the line.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year. Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
And it's been a rough stretch for the New York Knicks, a team that has only had a handful of playoff appearances in the last 20 years.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Toppin comes in for Isaiah Hartenstein. And quickly in for Cameron Reddish. He doesn't get the second one. The Knicks are trying to get back to being competitive, GA, but it has been difficult, hasn't it?
They haven't been able to attract top-level talent for quite some time, which is surprising when you consider this big market and the status this franchise has within the city.
Now, here's Simon. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. New York leading by 5. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Barrett. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Barrett just one of those guys who you can see the competitive drive that he has. He's a hungry player. He's young. There's no doubt he's going to get better.
New York shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And the first one at the line is good. Derrick Rose is checked in for the Knicks. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Trailblazers trail by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Winslow, the pass to Eubanks. 5 on the clock. Simons from outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Rose in the post, and so it's the New York Knicks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 6-point game. We've got Emmanuel quickly. Hartenstein is out there with Toppin. Then it's Cameron Reddish. And it's Rose in at point. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Well, Grant, one of those big guys that gets up off the ground like a guard. Love to see him throw it down.
And in his 7th season in the league, Jeremy Grant took a huge step forward. His scoring output went way up.
Yeah, and there's some recognition around that. He got some first-place votes for most improved player, and that's pretty impressive for a guy in the middle of his career. So the work ethic came off, and he's desiring to get better.
So it's Portland now. After New York gets the 3. No good from Grant. Lillard against Rose. To the middle. It's stolen. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Pass to Hart. Here's Lillard. Here's the 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, you got to have your heads up on defense. Lillard's going to fire that as soon as he catches it.
Now Rose. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Shoots over Lillard. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Trailblazers trail by 4. Grant kicks to Lillard. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Rose. And Portland with a change here too. Nasir Little, he's checked in for Sharp. Hart with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. 6 to shoot. Nurkic, the pass to Grant. It's deflected.
And Toppin has that kind of reach. 7'2" wingspan. Get that out of here.
And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
I mean, that's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
Here's Hart. The Knicks making the shot. To the inside. Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And Nurkic around there, big and right on top of the cylinder.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, guys. Growing up, Mitchell Robinson didn't play basketball, but a 7-inch growth spurt in the 8th grade changed things. He fell to the 36th pick overall in 2018, but his physical tools have made him a presence. One key to his success, he says, just run the floor. If you're the first man down the court, you can get the ball. Kevin, that sounds pretty simple to me.
It does to me, too. Keep it simple and use that athleticism. David, thanks. And here are the Trailblazers now. The Knicks making the shot. Passed a little from past the arc. That one doesn't drop. And New York will come the other way. Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Nice job operating off the dribble for Reddish. A nice, consistent part of his game.
Lillard finds Hart. Nurkic a screen on quickly. Here's Hart. Nurkic with it. It's rebounded by Quickly. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now the pass to Brunson. Back to Quickly. Launches a three. The shot misses. And so it's New York in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Here with Tom Thibodeau. Coach, what has gone well for your team in the first half?
Started making plays, play unselfishly, force the defense to shift, attack, get downhill, then make a play.
Your guys followed the instructions to the letter. Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And looking at the Nets matchup, they clearly have the advantage, but they have to maintain their focus and execute on it.
Looking forward to seeing how that one plays out, that's for sure. And now looking at where things stand at the half, there's some work to be done for the Trailblazers.
Well, the effort hasn't been there in terms of rebounding the ball. They're getting outworked in that part of the game, but you've got to be more physical to turn this thing around. I don't know if they have the personnel to do that, though.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Trailblazers trail by 8. And Greg, starting your career with the Knicks, what's the pressure like playing in New York City?
I tell you, the amount of media following you, the size of the city, it can be intimidating. But if you win, man, there's nothing like playing in New York.
Here's who Chauncey Billups will start the second half with. Simons and Hart are your wingmen. Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. And it's Lillard in at the 1.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. You know, Greg Anthony, people talk about Jeremy Grant as a scorer, but what about his passing?
Significantly better moving the ball along. He's leaving no stone unturned as he looks to maximize his abilities.
And he's good on the second. GA, something that's kept Portland from getting over the hump is their defense.
Kevin, their defensive rating hasn't been pretty for several years. It's a point of emphasis for the Blazers going forward. Shore up the D and try and take that next step.
Now, here's Grant over Barrett. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Reddish the pass to Randall. Over Hart. Randall no good. Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Simons. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Jalen Brunson.
Taking his motion right into the D. Simons does a good job of drawing that contact.
Greg, when you watch Anthony Simons play, you can see the burst he has on the ball.
And that goes for him attacking the rim and rising up for a shot. Impossible to stay in front of him with that quick first step. And with his skill and athleticism, boy, the sky's the limit.
The first one falls.
Simons really settling in to what he is in this league, and that is a microwave scorer that can come in and get buckets.
Rose, he's checked in for the Knicks. And Portland with a change here, too. Eubanks is checked in. And Simons drops them both. And for so long, the Blazers have had great guard play.
Yeah, Lillard and McCollum with a great tandem back there, but defensively there were some gaps, and now it's Lillard and Simons, so they've gotten even a little bit smaller. This has been a strength of the Blazers for a decade now, and it just comes at you in a little bit different package.
Yep, that one goes. Lillard's got his second basket of the night.
And even though Dame is a high usage guy, he does have that efficiency right there, taking what the D gave him.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, the Blazers missed the playoffs last season for the first time in almost a decade. Coach Billups says, it's been a lot here so far, but I just know that I'm built for this. This is what I do, and it gives me the opportunity to stand up as a man to show that I can lead. I'm ready for it. Kevin?
I think he is, and he's embracing the challenge, which is fun to watch. David, thanks.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Hart the pass to Grant. Simons with the ball. He's covered by Rose. Lillard outside. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Simons playing unselfish. That's going to help this team get in a great rhythm.
Passes to Hartenstein. Simons against Rose. Pass to Brunson. They could use a bucket, and the basket is good. Brunson's got 7 points.
Love it when Rose looks to share the ball, especially when his teammates are open like that.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
So for the Knicks, Toppin comes in for Isaiah Hartenstein. And quickly in for Jalen Brunson. Portland also making some changes. Watford's checked in, and Winslow subbed in for Josh Hart. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here is Lillard. 8 points for him. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. That one on Rose.
Yeah, Lillard is fearless, able to take that hit and calmly knock one down and one.
And you look at the loyalty Lillard has shown, stuck with the Blazers through thick and thin. It's why he is beloved in Portland.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And at some point, Greg, you wonder if Lillard is the greatest Blazer of all time.
Listen, he is in the conversation. You'd have to include Walton Drexler up there. But Lillard's resume in Portland has a strong argument.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Lillard, the pass to Sharp. Fires the three. And it's Lillard missing. For New York, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Rose surveying the D. Back to Randall. The jump hook. Portland grabs the miss. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Winslow kicks to Lillard. Out left of the wing. Now, here's Sharp. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Barrett for 3. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Knicks lead by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The pairing up front, Toppin and Randall. Jalen Brunson out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Barrett at the small forward position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now, here's Barrett. Over Hart. Barrett, no good.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Simons, the pass to Grant. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And sometimes a trade is exactly what a player needs. And that was the case with Yusuf Nurkic.
Back in 2017, you remember, it was Jokic, Nurkic, back and forth. They were getting limited playing time, and then finally there was a trade that allowed Nurkic to get from Denver to Portland, and he's kind of doubled up everything in terms of its production since then.
No good on that one.
And it's great to see Grant take on a bigger role over time. Now a real focal point of this offense.
And he sinks the second.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Now Barrett. Inside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. 2022 was a big season for Obi Toppin in his young career.
Well, we saw him continue to improve as a player, but the big moment obviously was that dunk contest when, after being a runner-up the year before, he finally got to claim that trophy.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Toppin. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. Right with a screen on Brunson. Nurkic dishes to Grant. Just 5 on the clock. Nurkic's screen on Randall. No good from Grant.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Now Barrett following the miss by Jeremy Grant from deep. Misses the wing Jerry.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Pass to Simons. Nurkic's screen on Randall. Grant goes in. There's the pass to Sharp to take the lead. Now Simons. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And Nurkic took a great job just keeping the motor running.
The Knicks shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Randall outside. A minute 50 left in the game. And Toppin throws it down.
And Toppin comes up huge on that play.
There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Down low. Here's Grant. Randall grabs the board. The Knicks with the lead. Passes it to Brunson. Barrett with the ball. Over Hart. Barrett, no good. Portland's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Three-pointer, Simon. It's rebounded by New York. Up top, Randall. The quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Drops in the layup for 2.
How about Randall? Dependable big in a big moment.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're behind by 4. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter.
It's time for t-shirts. And make some noise for your Knicks City Dancers.
Stein, he's checked in for the Knicks. Reddish comes in for Quickly. And a switch here also for Portland. Lillard's checked in. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. He said, we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time. Kevin.
Thanks, David. Three-pointer. Money! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Now here's Randall. Over in the corner, Reddish. Shot clock at 6. Randall no good. And so here's Portland. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Yeah, unfortunately, just poor execution there. You cannot give the ball away at this point in the game.
And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. Jalen Brunson at the line. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They trail by 3. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Simons. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
19 seconds left in the fourth. Brunson against Lillard. Brunson with it. To the paint. Randall. Yes!
Yeah, Randall's not passing that one up. Fantastic job at converting when he's got the kind of position like that.
So a close game sees New York take this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Got a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Julius. Now look, you're banging in the paint, but what do you see from your backcourt?
They do a great job of, they obviously can score the ball, but getting us in the bench and running the offense very well and leading the team that way.
Well, they led you to a win tonight, Julius. Thank you for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now, let's check out our New Balance player of the game, Jalen Brunson.